Hey, what's going on? It's been a while since I've made a YouTube video. This one is kind of a different one than I've normally made about electric bikes and eating spicy food. I just wanted to talk about metal detecting today. We're actually going to try to find some treasures in my yard. This is the third time doing it in my yard. We found some pretty cool stuff that I'll show you later from the first and second time we went through. But the reason why we came back out is because we had an old sewer line that we needed to get replaced, and the company dug up my yard. And before we fix it, I thought it might be fun to see what we can find from the depths of my yard. So check this out. They had to dig from here all the way to the side of my house. And the crazy thing is, they didn't even lay any pipe. So what happened was our neighbor called one night, short story long, and he said that they had to get their sewer line replaced. Our house was built in 1949, so I guess they connected sewer lines. So ours was connected to our neighbor's. He was getting his replaced, and he said by capping off of the old one, the problems that he was having might in turn happen to our house. Anyway, long story, we weighed all of our options. It was super expensive, but we got it replaced. When the city, or when the company came to do it, they didn't survey out front properly out there, and anyway, it wasn't there wasn't enough slope to get, you know, the nasty stuff out to the main line. So they ended up having to go out through our neighbor's yard in the same way that they did theirs too. So went out this way. Yeah, so they had to go out the old way. I didn't tell that story very well. Let me restart at a later time, but let's get into metal detecting here. I've actually invited my friend Ryan. I would say he's an expert at it. He's definitely really good at it. He's already over there started. But I'll be joining him here in a second, and we'll see what we can find. He has some awesome equipment, the real stuff. So yeah, let's see what he's doing real quick. You got something? I don't know if you can hear that high-pitched squeal, but that's a good signal. It's got his pinpointer out.
It's on the surface.
Oh, it might be rivets from this sign. This sign blew off in the
did it?
winter. Yeah, I just picked one up right before we got started. But yeah, let's see what we find here. Oh, it's still under there. That tool helps so it doesn't do any damage to your grass as you're digging up these divots.
Copper screw.
Oh, it's an old one though, kind of rusty.
Flathead.
Yeah.
You don't see those too often anymore.
Every screw in this house is flathead, and it's super annoying.
Ours too.
All right, well, I think we have something down here. Dig a small hole. Hopefully it's some money, but got to get the pinpointer so I can really find out what it is. These roots make it difficult, but stay tuned. Might be something good. Got my flap here. The pinpointer is out of batteries, so we gotta replace them before we can really find out what this thing is.
How you doing? Good. How you doing? All right. Really?
The Osmo Pocket. So
It fits in your pocket?
it's tiny, yeah, it's that thing right there.
So the cool thing about these is it's not just the tip, it's the hole, and so you can actually see that in there.
Oh yeah. Are you serious? It's a
Old
jack. That's pretty cool. Found an old jack.
That sounded really good though. I don't know if that's what it was.
There's some right here though.
Let's see what I get here. I'm getting too much interference from you.
Thing. Sorry. So even though we found that old jack, there was this modern dime in there. It almost looks like a penny, but it's a dime. Let's see if I can focus on it. So this keeps happening. I find the crap. I just found this BB. Kind of cool. But then Ryan comes in and tells me that something's still down there. Well, he got deep enough. I'm just too impatient with the roots. That's the problem. I don't know if you can hear his pinpointer going off, but looks like he's pinpointed it. Huh. It's in there.
It's right there.
Is it under a root? Oh no. Pull tab?
Pull tab.
Oh yeah. Whoever used to live here just sat on the front porch drinking a lot of beverages and throwing pull tabs. Because we find a ton of these right out in front of the house. But when they added to it, we don't have a good chill porch anymore, so they must have had a pretty cool porch before they added on. So far all I've found is some flashing, nothing too crazy. This isn't metal, but I thought this was cool. An old piece of coal from back when these houses were heated by coal. I didn't find that with the metal detector though. So, I know I said we'd mostly be digging up this part, but most of the treasures are usually pretty shallow in the grass from people, you know, being out in the yard, dropping stuff. I mean, when they dug these trenches, you know, they went down 8 to 10 feet, so it's not like you're going to find much that's been harrowed up from the depths of the earth, but we're going to follow Ryan for a second since he's the expert.
Expert, huh?
Yeah. That's where I found some flashing, so good luck.
Oh, there's something there.
See, he always finds the crap that I don't. The suspense is killing me.
Roots in the way.
Yeah, get it. Oh, more flashing. Or something. That's what I've been finding.
Sounds like aluminum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. What you got there?
This be an old copper rivet.
Oh.
Small. Yeah.
Well, it's about worth about 0.00005 cents. Better get the camera rolling for this one. Pretty shallow.
Oh yeah.
One of the workers dropped a penny. At least they paid me back for the damage they did.
I was a little bit off. A little bit?
It's all over in there.
There we go. I have no idea. Oh, that's why. Just little pieces of copper.
Oh, I got distracted by that plane. Something good there.
Just the gray, rocky stuff. Not so much.
That's usually where the gold is, though. The gold nuggets.
Well, if we were prospecting, of course we're not set up for that.
No. Oh, nice.
Chunk of
Junk.
yeah.
Probably came off the side of the house or something. Recycling. So as we were doing this, our neighbor came home and said that we could go check out his yard. His house was probably built right around the same time, untouched, so wanted to find new territories to metal detect. Alright, so we've headed into the backyard, my house. We've already done back here, but thought we'd try it again. I know we'd said we'd dig up the side, but I found out that really digging up deep dirt isn't ideal for metal detecting. That shows you how big of a noob I am. So that was the whole reason I brought Ryan over here. But it turns out we've just been searching yards, so we'll see what we can find. We found some good stuff a few times back, so maybe there'll be more back here. I lost what I was looking for. Where'd it go? Feels like a ring. Oh man.
What's that?
Oh, I thought it was a ring, but it's like this weird U clasp thing. Dang it. Nothing over here. Oh. There's a treasure. Just kidding. Belongs to that guy. The dog, and not the guy. As you can see, it's gotten pretty dark around here. We're on the last hole. Let's see if there's anything we can find. Give you some light. There we go. Let's see. Come on, be a gold ring.
I highly doubt that. It wasn't a good signal to begin with.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I lost it. Had it.
Down in there. What is it?
It's a BB.
Oh, jeez. Started with a BB, ended with a BB.
That is funny. Oh well.
Alright, well, thanks for coming over.
Yeah.
Found a few pennies and nickels, so it wasn't a complete bust. Huh, Dewey? Dewey! Hey, bud. Come say hi. Oh. Well, got dark outside, so we finished up. These are my spoils here. There's that old jack we found at the start. This didn't come up on the metal detector, but it's a chunk of coal from back when this house was heated by coal. Then just a bunch of different pennies. I think the oldest one comes from 1955, so it's a wheat penny. That's pretty cool. And over here, just a bunch of metal junk. So, while I have you here, let me just finish telling you what was happening outside with my yard, whether or not you're interested. So we get a call from our neighbor, and he said that, hey, our sewer line is backing up, and your sewer is connected to ours. It's just the way that it's designed. And they both head out to the south, to the road. So his family was about to have twins. Their house was already torn apart. They just wanted to get it done. And so he said, we're going to get ours fixed. I just thought I'd let you know that it's a good opportunity for you guys to get yours fixed as well. Sorry, my dog's making a ton of noise. So we asked him what it cost, and it was a significant amount of money, and we just said, no, we'll deal with the old pipe. But we got thinking about it, and some of the problems that he was having, it was because our sewage was actually backing up into his house. And so their house was kind of acting as the overflow. So we got thinking about it, and we decided to split the cost of getting both houses fixed 50-50. Well, when the people came over to give us the estimate and start looking at things, then actually, sorry, this story is getting way longer than intended. They found out that since our house was built, they built a sewer main out in front of our house, so that it was actually cheaper for them to run it out there. Well, once they started digging, what I was saying earlier is that they underestimated or they overestimated the slope of the sewer main out in front of our house, and so the slant that they had to get from our house out to that sewer main wasn't enough, and it just didn't work out. So they actually dug up that whole side of our yard for nothing. They ended up having to go out to our neighbors, out through our neighbor's yard with ours in the hole that they had dug for theirs, which they ended up having to redig. So luckily they honored the price that they told us to go out to the front, and it was cheaper, and they even gave us a little bit of money back. So anyway, I have now since learned that you shouldn't metal detect deep digs, because chances are there's nothing really down there of any significance. So we ended up metal detecting my yard anyway, and it had already been picked over, but obviously we missed a few things, because I got about, let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 cents, almost a quarter's worth of coins in my yard. So it's just all about being outside and having a good time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Probably not the most exciting video I've ever done, but I just wanted to switch it up a little bit.